Okay. Hello, dear friends. Good evening. Such a beautiful, beautiful evening. So, here we start with some sound test. I can see on my screen. Okay. Put it down. I can see that you are hearing me. If you can hear me, if you can hear me now, I wait for something like 8 seconds, refreshing time. Okay. I am planning to use a microphone. How do you think? Okay, if you feel the quality is better, raise your hand or push, give a sum up or write down, it's better. Get ready, we will start. Okay, the new sound is better now. If you feel the sound is better now, we can get started. Hello, dear friends. I am so happy to see you, and a little bit different. The quality is not important. Okay. I can see. If you have any question or if you have something that you want to chat, I can see you. I have hooked up my computer and my cell phone. I am right now talking to the cell phone, and I can see from a big screen with your comments. Thank you very much for supporting whichever way. Julian, thank you very much. Okay, from now on, maybe I will not shout out your name if I miss. So today, Sunday evening, it's good for a cup of tea. Did you get your tea? So today I am drinking this Hawthorn berry tea. Whoever is coming in, I will start by telling the story of this tea. So this tea, Hawthorn berry, is kind of a wild, bushy plant. I can see outside the big wind, and California is having a big storm, and so it reminds me of the situation in the countryside. This hawthorn berry was growing. Bodaji, we got friends from all over the world. So this hawthorn berry, I remember when I was young, we went to the countryside to pick it up. I didn't go very much. At that time when we ate it, I was relatively younger. My sister went there. My sister was a PE teacher at that time. He brought with him the students. They went to the countryside, pick up those berries, and it was so sour. When it is full blossom, this is the hawthorn berry tea. Oh, you can see it. I think you can see it. Now I bring it right up in the front. I think you can see it. I think you can see it. Okay, this one, some of it still have stone in it. You can see the stone in it. And it's very, very sour. And just now I made a video of it. Just now I Guten Tag. Just now I made a video of it as I was drinking. My stomach tumbling, tumbling, making a lot of noise. It's like a tsunami of uh, of cleansing team, cleansing your stomach. Oh, this is so fun. And I can see all of you so good. I can read your bizu. I can read you from all over the world. Okay, so it is good. No question. I can make the question. So it is good. Uh-oh, there is some noise. It is good to drink tea. Some friends saying, what is the health benefit of drinking tea? It is not that important what really health benefit it is. It is just the drinking water. It is a very, very good thing and important thing. And there is something in it. The acidity make you really cleansing up the fat in your body. So in winter time, I particularly like to drink it. I see friends coming up. I will give you a test. Whoever can read this one, write it down. I just, okay, I think you can see it. I think you can see it. Write down the translation of it. My jacket is so comfortable. Any of you can write down. This is so comfortable. Oh, I have not yet seen anyone write that. Of course, 你应该吃肉. Yeah, who can write it? Okay, this is a sentence. You can translate into a sentence. I got this sentence. I can't square root. Okay, until we finally got it. This is after the Turkey Day. After the Turkey Day, and I saw it on a math teacher's website on Facebook. There was a math teacher website. The answer is 还应该 no, not yet. Write down the answer. I will write even bigger. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. After you eat a turkey dinner, after you eat a Christmas evening meal, after you eat a lot of things. Almost there, almost there. I ate, almost there. I ate. No, not it. I ate is right. You got it, Peter. You got it. Write it many times. Write it many times, Peter. Yes, that is it. That is it. That is it. When you overate, because root -1 is I overate. And this is hard for me as a Chinese. I learned mathematics Chinese. The other day I say, I ate, ate, and I just could not get this over. It's an English way of saying. So top over bottom, I over 8. Okay, I got another one. That's what you said. I ate. I ate some pie and it is delicious. That is so good. It is fun. Okay. Um, some friends asking, should I eat meat? I do not know. And I know a lot of friends do not like, they are vegetarians. I ate the number three. A lot of friends. And recently, my subscriber count has lost a lot. I do not know the reason is because ate, I cooked some meat or something, and just very I really wish I could donate to ask, but I have no money truly. I just want to ask, how do I help someone I love from a bad situation without hurting someone else in the process? Anyway, this is a quite a tricky question. We have one friend, donation or not, it's nothing to do with question. We are here. If you can help, you can help financially. I am becoming, I do want to make a living out of this, but it is exactly what you have said. You can always help people in whichever condition, regardless of the financial situation, regardless of the spiritual, mental situation. And this question is very tricky. I do not understand why you cannot help people by not hurting the situation. Because maybe you are in a tricky situation. Maybe your help will hurt another people. That person might be very close to the person you want to help, right? I am guessing, I am hearing from the undertone. There is no way that you help someone that you end up hurting other people, right? In a normal situation. But if you're helping other people and ended up hurting another person, this must be because that two person you want to help and the person you are hurting have a special relationship, have a special bond. I am guessing like it. So you are trying to help, but maybe what you are doing is interfering into other person's business, into other people's life. So that is what I am guessing. If that is the situation, let's say the two persons are very close, this time your help to that very close person is be away from them. Do I make any sense? If you have the strength to be away from that situation, that is the best help. This is what I can guess from the scenario. If you can lighten up by writing down more about the situation, maybe I can talk a little bit more. And also, anyone who is in the chat, please help out to regulate, to help if you find something that is not very good, if you find some comments not good, you can start to help. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Let me continue to read. Because in Shaolin they don't eat meat because they don't want to kill the animals. Okay. One friend, I will never. Okay. which are part of China. I don't know. Okay, so that one, if you bring something enlighten us about the situation, about helping other people, we will continue. Now, for now, we will go to another thread. This thread is about meat. A lot of friends unsubscribe from my channel because they say that because you are keep cooking my friends or something. Anyway, uh, we are in this life situation that it is not, it is our, it is our choice whatever we eat. There are people do not eat starch things. It's a choice. Now we can have a lot of choice. Do not enforce your believing to other people. Do not force other people to accept your idea. If you cannot, if I cannot accept your idea, I cannot accept your believing, I can walk away from it. Thank you very much for all of your support. And if you have question, bring it up. That is about the eating meat. If you will, this is your channel. Is this your channel? Name your full name, if you will. Is your channel name your full name? Yes, this is my channel. How do I get the courage to take a big life step? I am having watching your video for 10 years. Stopping, hello, just stopping by. Okay, thank you very, very much. There is one friend asking, how do you take a big step? How do you get the courage to take a big step? You do not have the courage. It is for me, I do not have a courage to make a life change. It is the situation that forced me so much. I make a big life change to go to Paris, to study in Paris. It's because there is something more attracting to me that I cannot control myself. I want to be with my boyfriend of that time. I made a big change. There is another time I made another big change. Is about something about my job. I am so uncomfortable with a certain situation. A lot of time we do not have the courage to initiate anything. It is the situation brings us to that stage. If you are bullied by your boss, by your colleague, by anything, and you are not making that much money to worth your time, then you will make the change, right? Because it is so uncomfortable. You will have to do that, right? It is the situation brings you up to this stage. Let's say you are making a decent salary and your work situation is good. It's only that you want to develop yourself. Is that so strong, that will to develop yourself, to get you start to change your job, to change your life? If it is, go for that change. If not, maybe it's not just that age, not that situation. So do not force. I do not force myself to make any change, to make anything. It is always the situation force me to make change, to make something new, something different. So give yourself the time to think whether the current situation is worthy. You only live one life. is this worthy to be in current situation, not making a change? Or is that worthy to risk yourself to make that change? 人挪活，树挪死. In Chinese, we have a saying: for people, for tree, moving a tree, the tree will die. Moving a person, change your life. You always go another stage of your life. Make the best of it. Make the best of it. Okay, now let's see if we have other things coming up. Stop by. How do you feel like two characters, last names, two characters? Everyone in China doesn't like these names. They are called compound last name. Okay, so I have one friend asking, if you see the chat, you can see there are compound last name. Ouyang Sima. It has nothing to do with other people like or not. It's like my last name is Yang, his last name is Li, his last name is Zhang. It's just by chance. It happened to some last name are two words together. It's a long history. It's already said. There is nothing wrong with it. You do not have to. Chinese people do not have something against it. It's kind of a novelty. It's kind of cool to have a two-name last name, actually. Everyone is one word last name. You have a two-word last name. It's actually pretty cool. For example, we have one friend here called Ouyang something. Let's say, if my last name is Sima, instead of Yang Haiying, my name will be Sima Haiying. And everyone always call the first name Haiying, Haiying, Haiying. So it's not such a big deal. I do not know where you get the idea that people do not like two last names. From what I have known, this was not the situation. Whatever your last name is given, wherever you were born, to Gugu is crying behind, then take it. There is not such a thing. From what I have known, the two last names, compound last name. Okay. Oh, I fold my. Oh, you are doing dumplings. Some friends is doing dumplings. Some friends is drinking tea. Get your cup of tea. Okay, I got some friends. Let's see. I love you. If someone you love hate spiciness. Oh, this is exactly my situation. What Greek mythology I love the most? Erica, first let me do this. I just find it very interesting. I do not believe in any mythology. I take it as take a grain of salt. I take it just. This is such a beautiful book, and it's totally new, and I love it. I do not have a favorite story yet, a favorite part of it. I have not yet enough knowledge to know about the Greek mythology. So right now I am reading it. Whichever story fun and interesting, I like to read it. I like one of the arrow and arrows and the nymph. What is her name? Psyche. Eros and Psyche, their story. I will tell that story sometime later. And the they made a baby. The baby's name is Volupta. That was a very interesting story. And also, I can tell mythology story because there is no copyright. Nobody will sue me for that. Okay, here is one very interesting thing. It is my situation. If someone you love hates spiciness, but you are currently, but you spiciness, but you are cursed with with Hunan, you are cursed with Hunan. How will you change yourself? I have tried Buddhism, teaching everything. I didn't, it doesn't work. The one I love may just not love me. Oh, how do you turn your life into an adventure? Make it feel more adventurous. I've started trying to live the moment and be a free spirit. I want my life to feel like a big, interesting story. I didn't Soviet wizard. I didn't understand if someone you love hates spiciness, but you are. Is that because of the food spiciness? Okay, let's say we we are married, but we have different life habit. For anyone who is married, have a different way of life. That is not a problem. It is one of the strengths that keep our marriage, keep your marriage strong, because you are free to be your individual self instead of giving up yourself, instead of surrendering to other people. What we do, I love I love things no taste. Mostly, I do not like onion. Onion, it's okay. Garlic and those things, I do not like. But my family like it. You can always cook two dishes, right? You can cook one with spicy food, another one without it. At least in our family, we are rich enough to afford one spicy dough, one non-spicy dough, one one stir fry with spicy, one without spice. We can afford it. Everyone, if you are watching this video, you can afford it. So allow everyone to live life to the fullest, to the most comfortable. This is our love. This is not a curse. This is not a problem. Make sure you have the courage and you have the freedom to eat what you like, to eat what that fits you the best. And that is the core of a strong family. Okay? How to live a life more adventurous. The adventure of life does not have to be going to a faraway place. I can go just within 5 minutes drive, see different things. It is good to see outside the world, but at the end of the day, people in Egypt eat food, sleep in the night. People in South Africa eat food. Maybe they eat biltong, maybe they eat vegetables, maybe they drink another tea, rooibos tea. Still, They drink, they eat, they go to sleep, they live their life and make sure their life is fulfilled. Does not have to be going to a different place. Enjoy every day of life. Enjoy this moment of life. It is the most important. The adventure can be right here, right now. Open up your YouTube channel. Open up, make alive. This is an adventure. Today we are just right here doing the adventure, and you are doing the adventure by proposing your question. This is an adventure, right? So live life and always have interest, have curious. This is the most important. So the other day, sometimes we got new employees in our company, new hires, and always there is an introduction. I like cooking, I like music, I like dance. And I was just thinking myself, what is my passion? Eating, cooking, painting, going outside. They are so, it's not so important. I think if I can say what I am interested in, my strengths, or I am really curious. I am really curious is curiosity. I want to understand things. It's the curiosity of understanding the story. So I read Greek mythology. It's the trying to understand things. So I read the Iliad. I go to borrow all the book, Iliad. It is more important to have always have this burning desire to learn something, to understand things, not even learning things, by practice. And that is the adventure from the core of your heart, from the heart of your a million hearts. Do I make any sense? If someone you love, okay, let's see. We must have a lot of. Where is Hunan? I just pop up and just got one question. Hunan is in, if China is like a big leaf, it's kind of in the badminton, no, abdomen of China, a little bit south. It's in the south part of China. And people like, actually, in China, every part, there are some spicy food everywhere. Okay, I was born and raised in Hunan. Oh, wow, I'm cursed with Hunan. I didn't choose this life. You should be proud of living in Hunan. Oh, wow. 湖南马凯餐厅。What is your biggest lesson you have learned? My biggest lesson, I am not very good at answering this kind of questions. My biggest lesson, I do not think I have learned anything. And I have been bumped many times. And I really have not listened or learned so much. If there is some lesson I can learn, maybe true to yourself and do not think about so much about what other people think about you. Do I make any sense? Just be honest to be myself. Comparing with successful people, I am such a loser, but it's okay. But do not make that comparison. Do not make comparison to force yourself to follow a certain trend, to follow a trend that you go to a certain college, you work for a certain job. Those are not really core of life. If you can enjoy your life, if you can stand firm and strong to be yourself, comparing with other people. I have chosen to be a teacher. I make very few money, but I can still be happy and be proud. Do I make any sense? Yeah, okay. I am actually quite curious. How do you feel personally about everything going on in the world at the moment, especially the Western propaganda against China? I do not watch videos, so I do not form any sense. A lot of things, there is just you do not see truth a lot of times. So I do not have the right to make a judgment, to form a thought on something that is not even true, right? You go to news. Now you open your website, you see the news. Make a speech in the dress of certain brand, in the bots of certain brand. It's all about selling. There's no truth. So I have not thought about it. Sorry, I have not formed any thought about it. This time of year, it is very dreary. Short days, gray sky, and early night time. Any thoughts of fighting the depression, weight of the dark winter sky? Much love. Okay, so internet is a good source for a lot of ideas. The other day I made a video, I am lost. Please help me. I remember that video. For a long time, my video have only 1 or 2, 5, 10 comments. That video have more than 100 comments. One of my thoughts, if you are depressed, if you lost yourself, ask for help. There is always a way. You can ask your family. If you do not have a good relation with family, ask friends, ask online, ask on Facebook or any of the things. Ask, maybe people have some idea to nourish you. And a lot of time, people may not give the answer exactly what you want. And also, you do not want to listen to others. You can use as a source to help you to reflect things. There are a lot of comments which is not what go along with my thought, but it brings in a new perspective so that you can think why people make this kind of comment, why people are not happy. Use your curiosity. I am just so curious. People are not happy for something, and people make those use an analysis. And also another thing, I go to, for example, today I want to do paper. How to do origami trees. You can have hundreds, thousands of video coming up. Through origami trees, you go to origami stars. You go to a lot of new ideas coming up. As long as we have an open open heart, we can learn new things. There's no end. Internet is an endless hole. Endless hole. We can always drag something new. If we cannot open our heart, if we get depressed, if we get lost idea, it's because we are not ready to open up our heart. We are not ready to learn new things. Humble, learn new things, and let idea roll out into new ideas. I have so many these cut papers and this and that. It brings up new ideas. And being a teacher, I always need to create some lesson plans and think about something. So have a job, have a hobby, have something you need to do. Your obligation also helps you. And it maybe this is the nature of being a teacher. You always have an obligation to create new ideas, because that is part of my job. And also, today I learned another thing. My family showed me one thing. There was a lady, she was making video, TikTok, and Instagram, and all these things to promote her lessons, promote other things, do a dancing which has nothing relate to her teaching, but just becoming one of the very famous YouTuber or a very famous teacher. So you always learn something from other people. It may be not the idea you are following. And also, we cannot learn from other people because we have our own character. But we can always see what other people do and bring idea to my video. For example, in a couple of days, I already did a video of tea. And I start to adding up some of my natural advertisement. So I boil the tea and I stop the video because it's noisy. And then later on I start to make the tea, and there is a pause time. So I put on my YouTube link or my Etsy shop link of this tea. You can find this tea on my Etsy shop. Anyway, just from time to time, see what other people do. Think about an idea to improve it. It may be a good idea. It may not be a good idea. If you do not try, you are missing a chance. Getting people love you is the same as getting people hate you, because you are generating a heat. You are generating some new idea, generating some sparks. I do not mind people like me or not. I am just living my life. I am myself. Okay, another question. Do you like musicals? I just went to see West Side Story by Steven Spielberg. I do not watch musical very often. I love them, but I did not see very often. Great idea. I will tap into my conscious curiosity and stay humbly occupied. That is such a good idea. What grade do you teach? I teach first grade through fifth grade. I am an art teacher, so I teach. They have their art class with me. So first grade to fifth grade. Used to be to eighth grade. Now our school expanded. I teach only elementary. I will be going now. Bye bye. If you need to go, feel free to go. I commit to pulling my roll blade out of the clothes. Oh, good, good. Drinking some delicious. 今天很冷. Okay. What is the most beautiful place you've ever seen? What is the most beautiful place you've ever seen? There is not every place have a beautiful place. I think I forgot. Okay, I forgot where is the most beautiful place, but I do remember there was one time when we were in Brazil. When we were in Brazil, I lived in Brazil, do Brazil, Playa Ipanema. Actually, I lived in Leblon. And we visited Foz Iguazu. It's a gorge. And in our group, we went to a trip with organized group. There was a couple from Belgium, and they speak French also. And the guy is a couple. We are a couple. They are a couple. And the guy always speaks so cute. This is beautiful, n'est-ce pas? C'est magnifique, n'est-ce pas? And because we went to a beautiful gorge called Iguazu, and I remember that person said, gorgeous. That's the meaning of gorgeous. Anyway, every place has its beautiful place. I bring it up because this story suddenly pop up. Gorgeous. Okay, what is your best place? Okay, now I will go through some of the comments, see if I have something. Okay, your cat has a lot to say. Yes, my cat has a lot to say. Spiciness, we have answered. I've been looking at your video for years, and one day I said, poo, poo, and you. Thank you from Holland, Amsterdam. How to feel grateful for life. We have one friend said, how to feel grateful for life. This question itself is quite interesting. I am alive, and I have you to be here. This is so much to be grateful for, and you are here to have so many people, 107 people surrounding you, sharing this moment. Aren't we be grateful for this moment, right? There are troubles, there are always troubles, and there are other people taking care of the troubles. I am grateful. There is police taking care of the bad guys. If the toilet is stuck, my husband taking care of the toilet. If I want to eat something, I go to shop to buy something. This is so, we have so much to be grateful for. And also sometimes it depends on the person's character also. And live a humble life is one of the source for us to be grateful. Do you think that makes sense? Okay, I have one friend saying, do you believe in fate? Do you believe in fate? There is a plan laid out for us, or manifestation. We create our own reality with our thoughts and emotion. That's pretty deep question. Do you believe in fate? I do not believe. I think I do not believe in fate, and I do not want to put the pressure of future thoughts on me. I live today. That is all I can take care. My family is reading the book Black Swan, and he said, the conclusion, one of the conclusion is, you do not catch the train. You do not run after the train, because the train anyway will go according its schedule. You have your agenda. The train will not wait you because you are trying to catch. Same as fate. All we can take care is today, is this moment. Today, I want to drink this cup of tea. And I drink it with care, with appreciation, or with just drink this cup of tea. I clean up my kitchen and it's a mess. I clean up my kitchen and I put on camera and I did that video and I drank that tea. That is enough. What you can do is today, is this moment. I do not believe in superstition, in fate, in fortune telling, in those. It's just fun to make up some story. Maybe I will do some coffee reading or something, totally for fun. I totally do not believe. Nobody can control your life if you decide something. But another thing about it is that I am to the age already can look back in my life. My life is determined already in many years ago. What I can do is just step every day of my life as honest as possible. Be happy, be sad, live my life, allow bad things happen, allow good things happen. And bad things happen to make our life feel real. If we do not have sorrow, if the world do not have problem, there is no fun in living this life. If everything is good, if every time, if we do not have the feeling of hungry, and everything is prepared, that's such a boring life. Don't you think so? It's important that we have trouble, we have problems, and it makes our life real. Thank you very, very much. Radish, yeah, teas. Okay, let's see if we. How are you doing? Gorgeous, gorgeous. Have you been? We have been to Tibet. I still have pictures in that cell phone. I think 4 or 5 years ago we have. It's very high, and know that people cannot breathe there in Tibet. What about Xinjiang, Dongbei? Tibet is a high altitude. I think in Tibet there are a lot of Chinese Olympic training base, so that you are under pressure and you cannot breathe. It's a very good way to train for the athletic training. I think in Swiss, in the high altitude place also have. The very first day I was very uncomfortable. After a couple of days, you get used to it. It's habitable. There are people living there. If they can live there, you can live there. It's just takes time to get used to it. I have been to Tibet. Wonderful place, paradisic. Do you believe in fate? Okay. Do you believe in fate? I think I answered you, Chrissy. How do you deal with overthinking? How do you calm your mind down? when it just won't stop and you worry about something. I overthink a situation until I make myself sick and can't relax. How do you, I think when we are idle, when we are not doing anything, we overthink. Overthinking, or not overthinking, any of the thinking, it's same as going to internet. It's an endless tunnel. You can go deeper and deeper and deeper. In that time, stop, do something. For example, to begin with, I am not a deep thinking person, and I am relatively a shallow person. And another thing is I occupy my hand. When I occupy my hand, if I do origami, I will think about the origami. I will think about the fold. If I do writing, painting, so getting things do things help me to divert my thought. Cooking, cleaning up, physical activity, movement help me to get away from it. And sometimes I listen to audiobook, and usually when we listen to audiobook, you get into a certain channel and a certain sort of things. And before you get totally sucked into that black hole or sucked into a certain thinking, before your brain was totally manipulated by that thought, change a channel, change a different thing, and get interest into the other thing. For example, there was one time I always listened to one Chinese guy's podcast, so good, very good. But I will initially to listen to something, for example, listening to English, listening to French, or listening to music. Give it, before you cannot control yourself, give yourself the chance to try something new. Do I make any sense? Which language do you speak? I speak Chinese, English, little bit English, a little bit French. I am from Beijing, so it's Mandarin Chinese. I am about to have my first child. Do you have any advice? Yeah. Oh, congratulations. This is the best time. If you are having a baby, maybe we will choose another time to talk about the baby things. You only have 3-4 years to hold your baby. They will grow up. My boys, they are in their 20s. And when they were born, still like yesterday, time will fly. Love them, spoil them, take care of them. They will grow into their own character, whichever way you want. There is just this much you can do. Appreciate them, treat them like a human from when they were little. You can only control this much of their life. Going to class, taking extracurriculum activity, all those. You can spend tons of money, but still they are a unique individual. However you treat them, however you bring them up, they will be themselves. I don't know whether this makes sense, but I strongly believe in it. How do you make yourself eat when you cannot eat soy, milk, meat, all fruits, radish, tea, rice, and noodles? How do you make yourself eat when you cannot eat. Maybe just think how you survived and still in front of the video make these comments, right? You are still alive. You know the way. Oh, you are funny. I love it. You always find a way. Fate works. Do you believe there are other living beings or out there in the universe? In the universe, I have not yet thought about it. I do not know. I do not know. I have never put my thought. Are there any other intelligent life in this world? There are so many things. I have not yet formed a thought, believing or not. Maybe there are intelligent life. Why not? If there is intelligent life like us, there must be intelligent life of others. And we are thinking we are intelligent, but germs, they are intelligent. Bacteria is intelligent. Animals intelligent. Trees has their intelligence. It's different system of the intelligence. Must be. Maybe they do not use computer. Maybe they do not use empathy, sympathy, or mental power. They have their set of intelligence might be totally different from us. There must be other things in this world. Do you think 31 as a woman is too late to find love and have kids? I have kids much, much, much later than 31, and I married much later. If you think I am living a life that is okay, then you are not late. Just myself is one of the example. And also, there are so many people that they are 80, they still get married, or much older age. Anyway, you always have chance, no matter what age you are. Did you ever need to deal with guilt when you left your home as a young person? I am a carer looking after 2 family members and working, but I have dreams to travel and adventure. Do you ever have guilt of leaving my family? I do not think, I do not quite understand that situation. And did you ever need to deal with guilt when you left your home as a young person? My family, they live their life. I live my life. I do not have guilt. I do not have guilt. And I leave them alone. I live my life. Maybe it's a good news for them. They can live life without my trouble. Care taking after 2 family member and working, but I have dreams to travel and adventure and take adventures. If that is your responsibility to take care of others, you can take care of others by means of financial support, by means of physically being there. If you make a lot of money, you can hire someone to do that job, right? Your life is equally worthy. If you suffer your life, you get 3 persons suffer. If you do not suffer, there are 2 persons suffer. Do I make sense? There are many, many ways to help other people. Oh, it popped up. Daily journaling. Okay. Oh, wow. This becomes quite interesting with a lot of interesting ideas and things. Uh-huh. I want to be a singer, performer, out of all toxic. Okay. Um, okay. Same as any good things. There are people taking advantage of it. We got our chat room a little bit overheated. I do not know what is going on. And we will still do this kind of chat. Goodness will not surrender to other things. We are doing this chat. This is the right thing. We will continue to do it. But we are coming to a 1 hour rank. I still have my life. You still have your life. Keep on with your life. And I got one friend. I want to be a singer, performer, and got out of my toxic family and moved to Los Angeles. But I have so much anxiety and perfectionism, a problem that I cannot seem to get started. Do you have any advice? Practice your skill. Make your skill better. Do not overthink. Thinking taking too much time. Use your time to practice your skill. It's like me. I am speaking too much. I will stop here and practice. When you have the skill, when you are strong, when you make your first CD, when your CD start to sell, when you put on a podcast, when you put it on there and people start to buy it, when you start to establish yourself, you know you are ready. Without that, only have a dream. It does not lead anywhere. We do not need dream for us to live. We need solid ground. Do I make sense? Next time, link me, let me hear your song, let the world hear your song, and if you have your songs there, put on the link in the chat. We hear it and we know whether you are ready to move on. Do not risk yourself going away without a solid foundation. When you have a solid foundation and you are ready to it, then you do it. It's not just thought. This world generates unreal skill. There are lucky people because they are good looking or they are something. There are lucky people. Just think about ourselves. We are not lucky people. We live solid on the ground with our skill, with our ability. Thank you very, very, very much. I love you. I really do. Do. Bye bye, friends. I hold on for a couple of minutes only to say bye bye. Only to say bye bye. We will not answer any more questions, not any more chats. And this live will be there. We can always go back to see the comments. If there are some questions that deserve, every question deserves to be chat. If there are questions that just bump up with my heart and I want to make a video, I will make a video, individual video about it. Live life free of obligation. There is no schedule about our life. I want to do it, I do it. I am in the mood of doing it, I will do it. If not in the mood, maybe 1 year not doing, maybe 1 week not doing. no obligation. Live your life. We live our life as we want. This world, we cannot control anything, but at least we can control what we want to do or not. Thank you. I love you. I really do. Do, 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 do. Bye bye, friends. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Stop here.